Saturday morning meeting. PK52 got some great news. 2017 here is upon us. So for the next few weeks, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you an overview so you guys can plug in. I know there's a lot of veteran salespeople out there, and you guys actually understand exactly how the Toyota product works. You know, soup to nuts. You can describe every single aspect of the drivetrain, how Intune works. But we've got a lot of people that come in the business that haven't been here very long, and the car and the truck part of Toyota has really evolved over the last couple of years. Another big shout out. We got the okay to rewrite the salesperson portion of the certified program. So I think you guys are going to be real happy with that. So if you came last year, come back. Got a new version of this thing going on because this thing's exploding. Just a real quick number, in 2017 and 18, there'll be over 600,000 lease returns. That doesn't count any cars coming back off of retail that are coming back to the dealerships that we can sell. So PK52, the Saturday morning meeting's looking out for your pocketbook. Let's talk about what we're going to do over the next couple of weeks. Brett told me, he said he's the producer, and he says, we've got to get back into product knowledge. We've done a lot of stuff with showing you how to make sales, how to follow up with your customer, but now what we're going to do is get back into product knowledge. So we're going to start with drivetrains and traction control. For example, let me give you how this thing works. Let's break it down, and then in the next couple of weeks we're going to do it on a diagram with arrows showing you pathways of power. So if you have a front wheel drive car and the front wheel on the right hand side, passenger side, starts to slip, the differential is going to put all the power to the slipping wheel. Always remember that power is going to take the path of least resistance, like a river running downhill. So as the wheel starts to spin, all the power goes over there, the car is going to spin, it's not going to move. So what we have to do is we have to trick the differential. So as that wheel starts to slip, obviously you're putting too much power through the throttle. Your foot's too heavy on the accelerator, and so it's going to slow the fuel and air supply down. Whoa, engine's going to slow down. That might be enough to let it get traction to move. If necessary, the computer is going to apply the brakes to that slipping wheel. And that's going to slow the wheel. This is crazy, and I've said this for years, but brakes can actually make the wheel slow down. It can slow wheel rotation. So when that wheel gets bound up by the brakes, then the differential is going to assume the other wheel has less bind, and bam, the power goes over there. As that wheel starts to slip, bam, the power goes over there. So it goes. So the best way to understand how that would work is remember Grandma's house many years ago, and she had the big table that everybody ate at. Well, it's not like the tables of nowadays that are made out of particle board. I mean, this thing was made out of oak, like a gigantic chunk of an oak tree. And she said, why don't you and the cousins just move that table across the floor and we'll eat over there. And you start to push that thing and it's like it's nailed to the floor because it weighed so much. So the way to move it was to move the front end this way and then to tack it back this way and tack it back this way, and all of a sudden you worked it across the floor. That's exactly how traction control works. It boom, boom, boom. It moves the car like that so it can get a bind, so move you through the ice and snow. It's winter time. Now your customers think, wow, you actually understand this. Building on that, let's go to the Toyota 86. That's a rear drive car. So we take the rear drive differential, rear wheel starts to spin, boom, grabs that, boom, sends it to the other side. Old school Positrack. When the wheel would start to slip, it would grab the differential, lock it up, and the wheels would slip together. Okay, so bam, bam, bam. So now what it does, instead of doing that, it's back and forth. So it's a mechanical or an electronic version of a lockup, but it allows independent wheel rotation. So no matter what the road surface is. Now, how does all-wheel drive work? Cool. Let's take a Toyota 86 and a Toyota Camry. Bam, put them together. Now you have a front and rear differential working together seamlessly. As we go through this, we're going to talk about traction control. Then we're going to talk about active traction control. Then we're going to talk about automatic limited slip differential. And then from that, we're going to move into the way Toyota's done their drive systems. It's a wintertime PK52. Get ready over the next few weeks. We're going to go back to basics and talk about product knowledge of the greatest product that money can buy, Toyota. See you next week. PK52, the Saturday morning meeting.